to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators offense will have the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are wrong.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
Back to pass, it's Saunders. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking down the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snags it over the middle. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more, because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Smith dropping to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. so close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. The sure hands, it's Peters. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Gators want to crank the tempo.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Little touch pass to the receiver. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
He'll pitch it. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Grabbed behind the line. It's McNabb. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And the defense drags him down.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll try the run. He's loose at the 15. Can anyone catch him? He's inside the 40. Smashes through the tackle. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. That is a tough one to take, to get an explosive play like that and have it wiped out by a penalty. First down here for the offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. quickly complete. Offense gets set for second down. Smith wants to throw. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs. Outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. They're trailing by 10 to UNLV. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Looking for a man. It's Saunders. Pressure coming. Showing the arm strength to the left. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The throw to the outside is complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Saunders. Looking to the big tight end. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete. After the misfire now on second down. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Peters. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jeff. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense. And moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And it's right down the boulevard.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, we're still happy to get the field.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Working that left side now. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
The Gators will move the sticks. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw, it's Saunders. Pocket starts to collapse. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Off the play fake. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires one high and deep. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Gators! And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
And the quarterback is snowed under. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The run from the shotgun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
Number 17 in punt formation to kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot.
Lets it fly. Makes the catch on the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
On the move from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a...
And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peters. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Gators. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Power football with the run. Knocked off his feet.
Offense backed up inside their own 10-yard line. You've got to give yourself some space to work, so you dial up the run play, and your offensive line delivers. Huge holes up front for that big game.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice.
He's looking deep. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Florida. And the route is on. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Makes the score. Florida 35, Auburn 13.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Leaves it with the back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To throw, it's Saunders. He's going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they like. They're licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to...
What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown Gators! And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Number 14, set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks. I'm just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Looking for a block. It's Peters. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Got it behind the line. It's McNabb. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Direct snap. And he's dragged down.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Caught the defense offsides. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida 49, Auburn 13.
On the run from inside. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. Offense set on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line. Trying to convert this second and short. Smith dropping to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, it's Fernandez. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give from the gun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. It's reverse. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Just get the first down. I don't care how you get it. I like when you use a little bit of trickery, a little bit of sleight of hand. Look over here. Nope, this guy's getting the football going the other direction. Nice play on 3rd down. Nice creative play. Nice job of mixing it up, making the defense focus on something else.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Gators have taken it inside the 20. To the air, it's Hester. Works the middle of the field. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Coming after him. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UTSA looked less like a pack of road runners and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in San Antonio, and today they found a way outside of the Alamo Dome. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Getting some heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
A loss of 13 on the play. Second down.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Hester. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it inside the 10. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats